Hello everyone, my name is Fahad. I am Occupational Health and Safety Officer. Today we will discuss the hazard identification procedure. While this presentation you have any type of question, you can freely ask to me. First of all, as you can see on your workbooks and on the blackboard, there is a picture. In this picture, it shows a working environment. We have to identify the hazard. Anyone spot the hazard?
Smoking hazard.
For housekeeping.
Cables on the ground, trip hazard. Okay, I explain a little bit more this picture. I start with the fire doors obstructed, and also you can see lot of spill and wires. This is a tripping and slipping hazard. A woman holding a book, it's overload. A person who handling electricity, it's not look like a qualified electrician. And also it's not using a safety steps. And a woman next to that person, it's not showing a proper duty of care. A person smoking inside the office. Food is not properly preserved. A person who playing with the printer, and another person who's sitting on not a good posture, and it means this picture is full of hazard. What is the duty of care? Duty of care means a moral or legal obligation to ensure the safety or well-being of the others. Let's read out more about duty of care. Relates to broad responsibilities of a wide range of persons who are connecting with the work or working environment. I explain this thing. In a working site, many people are involved. For example, a management who design the sites, planner, architecture, suppliers, workers, visitors, all peoples having a legal obligation to ensure their own health and the health of others. The concept reflects the fact that a duty of care is owned in the law by one person to another. Okay, I explain this situation with an example. A employer always give a very safe environment, not only for their own self, also the health of the others. Same like the employees must take responsible care of their own health and safety and take of the others at work. And also a visitor, when they are visiting the site, the same rules apply on them. What is the purpose? The purpose is this presentation is that to be identify the hazard, risk assessment, and how to be effective control, and then how to monitor. In this all process is called risk management process. It's having a 4 steps. First step is identify the hazard. Second is assess the risk. The third one, control the risk. And the last one is monitor and review. Identify the hazard. In the identify hazard, this is the process of examining each work area and the work task for the process of identify all the hazard which are inherent in the job. Okay, I explain this thing. When we are on job, we're working in different area. We are sitting on a computer. We're using the office floor. When we are working outside, we are working in the sheds. And also when we are on breaks, we're using the lunch break, lunchroom and the bathrooms. And some people doing smoking, they're using the balconies. Everyone using the cars. When you identify the hazard, you always consider these areas. The same rules apply on task. What task you do at work, you also be considered when you identify the risk. For example, working at computer, walking around the office, manual handling task, driving vehicle, etc. These are many more. What job you done? Next thing is, when do you do it? When you need it. If it has not been done before, when a hazard has been identified, when a change to workplace occurs, any type of change in the working system, and after a incident, accident and workplace illness, it's very important to be investigation, to be identify the hazard when any accident occurs. And at the last, the regular scheduled time appropriate to the workplace. In some working areas, they having a specific timetable to identify the hazards. Okay, I show a template. In this template, I will tell you how you will fill it. This is a hazard identification form. Whenever you see any type of hazard, you fill this template and give it to your supervisor. First of all, here you will be job site. After that, you will write their employee's name and their code, etc. Then you write the item number, how many hazards. Then you write the little description about the hazard. After that, you will give the proper location of the hazard. And the action categories is a high risk, low risk. After that, your action required to the company program, company procedure, who will handle, OH officer, manager, supervisor. And at the end, you will be write down the date. The next topic is risk assessment. In the risk assessment, you identify the factor may contribute to the risk. Review the health and safety information of the all workers. And identify the action necessary to eliminate the control risk. And identify to record that is necessary to be keep ensure the risk eliminate to control it. Some more factors which are very important while doing the risk assessment, like the work premises, the work environment including the layout and conditions. Different workplace have different conditions. The skills, experience, age of the people according to understand the work. The system of being used. The also capability of the worker is also very important. The range of responsible forcing able conditions. These all factors are very important while you doing a risk assessment. Okay, as you can see on your workbooks and on the blackboard, this is a risk matrix chart. In this, you can see on the one side is a likelihood and on the other side is the consequences. In a likelihood is A, B, C, D, E. Is very most certain to be rare. And in the consequences, there are different colors. The red means the high risk is a consequence of the death and permanent disability. You have to be stop the work. And in the orange is a significant risk. It's also a medical treatment required. And in a yellow one is a moderate risk. You need to require a first aid. And in the green one is a low risk. You don't need to be require a first aid. These are very minor injuries. And in this way you can use a proper name of the hazard when you identify with the help of the risk matrix. Okay, next thing is decide on a control measures. Research is very important when you doing a control measures. Also consider the legislation requirements. What is the act of the state? What is the code of practice? Consultation is obviously very important. You have to arrange our toolbox meetings with the workers. Whenever you have doubt about anything, you also contact to be special OHS officers, specialist sport. After that, you have to consider the cost and benefit, manage a budget, and reasonable, practicable, always follow the rule of OHS. And at the end, use the hierarchy of control. In the hierarchy of control, there are 5 things. The first is elimination. Elimination means to repair the damaged equipment. Submission. Submission means use of less toxic thing or alternative things. Engineering. Use the mechanical way to control the hazard. Administration. Job introduction and also review the whole task. Personal protective equipment. Use a proper PPE while doing the job. What PPE involved in different type of PPE involved in different jobs. Implement control measures. The changing the relevant policy and procedures while doing the control measures. These are very important. Recruit the relevant supervisor, leader, manager to support the change. Create awareness, advertisement, arrange open days, and give our information, instruction, training in the change, a new system, tool, equipment, process. The last thing is monitor and review. In the monitor and review, the ongoing process, continuous improvement is very important. And always keep eye on the hazard identification, risk assessment, control process, and review. Make sure all things are working effectively. One more thing is very important in a review. Whenever any type of change in a workplace, you have to be amendment according to the change in a monitoring system. Whenever you employ a new person, you introduce the job and also tell what the hazard involving in this job and give him a proper training. In this way, you can proper monitor and review the hazard. Okay, this template you have to be complete, and after this presentation you give back to me. Anyone tell me about what is the duty of care?
Yes, the duty of care is a moral or legal obligation to ensure the safety or well-being of others.
That's right. Anyone tell me about the risk management process?
Identify hazards,
Yes,
assess the risk,
yes,
control risk,
yes.
Monitor and review.
That's good. This is about this presentation. Anyone has any question?
Yes, I got one question. What is the role of engineering in control measures? Can you please explain a little bit on that?
Yes, that's a good question. This is when you are doing engineering, you can use a proper mechanical way. The word engineering in a different forms, not specific mechanical. You use different ways. For example, if a heavy load you have to be transferred from one place to another, there are a lot of hazard and risk involved in this process, in this task. First of all, you have to be assessed in a mechanical way or in a engineering way. How can we handle? You can use a trolley, you can use a lifter, and many more things according to the job. And in this way, if you are dragged, maybe you can be damage your feet, injure your feet. Also, you can hurt your back. And if you are properly trolley or something like that, you can very easy do and in a properly way to be control the risk, and job is makes more easy. Life is more easy and very safe way.
That's good.
Any other question? Okay, this is the end of second presentation. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.